Blake Lively's Golden Girl status just hit a plot twist and not the good kind. A week ago, people doubted her story, but today, it's a full-blown PR dumpster fire. Think of it like watching a slow-motion car crash, except the driver keeps insisting they weren't even in the car. If you missed my last video, let's just say her credibility tripped, fell, and face planted into chaos. But today it went from bad to somebody call Olivia Pope. A PR disaster in the making. The internet is ruthless when it sniffs out inconsistencies, and this case is no different. The more Lively's team dodges the issue, the more people dig into the details, uncovering contradictions that only fuel the fire. Instead of taking control of the narrative with a clear, decisive response, they're letting it spiral into a PR nightmare. Meanwhile, Baldoni's aggressive approach is making sure this doesn't quietly disappear. If anything, it's turning into a full-blown media circus, drawing in more public scrutiny by the hour. The longer Lively's team stays silent or dismissive, the more they risk losing control. And at this rate, the damage might become irreversible. In today's digital age, silence isn't just suspicious, it's an admission of guilt in the court of public opinion. If they think a half-hearted response will be enough to sway public perception, they're in for a rude awakening. Social media thrives on transparency, and the longer they withhold a proper rebuttal, the more the internet will piece together its own version of the truth. And let's be real, once the internet has decided on a villain, there's rarely a redemption arc. What started as a minor controversy has now snowballed into a full-fledged scandal, with hashtags trending and influencers weighing in on the drama. Every delay, every vague response, only adds fuel to the fire, making it harder to shift the narrative in their favor. At this point, the only way out is full accountability, but whether Lively's team is willing to face the storm head-on remains to be seen. Caught in 4K, the evidence that changes everything. And now fans are left questioning everything. Was this a genuine misunderstanding or a calculated move to stir drama? The backlash has been swift, with many calling out the double standards at play. Social media has erupted with debates, with some defending Lively while others criticize her for exaggerating the situation. Many argue that if the roles were reversed, Baldoni would have faced immediate and severe consequences, sparking discussions about how society reacts differently based on gender. Meanwhile, others wonder if this entire situation is just another Hollywood publicity stunt gone wrong, an attempt to stay relevant or shift the narrative in her favor. The power of perception in the entertainment industry cannot be underestimated. One cleverly spun story can alter public opinion in an instant. But in an era where the internet never forgets and video evidence is king, there's no escaping the truth. The footage doesn't lie, and now Lively's credibility is being put under a microscope. As more angles of the clip surface online, the scrutiny only intensifies, making it harder for her to control the narrative. The public is divided. Some believe she should be held accountable, while others argue that this is nothing more than a minor misunderstanding blown out of proportion. The situation is evolving rapidly, and with new statements from insiders and eyewitnesses emerging, the controversy shows no signs of slowing down. Whether this controversy fades or spirals further depends on how she chooses to respond. Will she double down or attempt damage control? Will her next move salvage her reputation, or will it only add fuel to the fire? The Amber Heard effect, the public's shift against Blake. If all of this is giving you flashbacks to the Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard case, you're not alone. The internet has been quick to draw parallels between the two situations, and for good reason. Just like in the Depp-Heard case, the public is demanding proof before taking sides. And in this case, Blake's credibility is crumbling under the weight of overwhelming evidence. Every new revelation seems to weaken her position, making it harder for even her most loyal supporters to defend her actions. Social media has become a battleground, with people increasingly siding with Baldoni. Why? Because Blake's accusations aren't aligning with the facts. It's one thing to make claims, but when video footage, text messages, and legal documents start disproving them, the public takes notice. In an era where digital footprints can make or break reputations, the inability to back up accusations with concrete proof is proving disastrous for her narrative. The more people dig into the details, the clearer it becomes that inconsistencies are piling up. Her biggest mistake? Not addressing the evidence head-on. Instead of admitting to any exaggerations or misstatements, her PR team has chosen to deny a strategy that almost never works once the receipts start rolling in. The refusal to acknowledge even the smallest discrepancies is only fueling the backlash, making her appear more untrustworthy in the eyes of the public. In a world where transparency is key, silence and evasion are often seen as admissions of guilt. How Blake can salvage her reputation. So is Blake Lively's career doomed? Not necessarily, but she's running out of options fast. If she wants to regain public trust, she must act now. The entertainment industry is unforgiving, but with the right moves, she can rebuild her image. Acknowledge the inconsistencies. Fans don't expect perfection, but they do expect honesty. Clarifying exaggerated statements could soften the backlash. Stop playing the victim card. Denying clear evidence only damages credibility. She must pivot to a redemption narrative that highlights growth. Fire her PR team. Her advisors are failing her. She needs crisis experts who can control the narrative and shift focus to a comeback. Own up to mistakes. Redemption arcs work when they feel real. Celebrities like Robert Downey Jr. and Winona Ryder bounced back by admitting fault and improving. Avoid further legal drama. Dragging this to trial would only keep the scandal alive. Settling and moving forward is the smarter move. If Blake takes these steps sincerely and quickly, she has a real shot at redemption. Hollywood loves a comeback, but only if it feels authentic. Now is her chance to prove she's more than the controversy. Can Blake bounce back? Right now, things aren't looking great for Blake Lively. The evidence is mounting, her PR strategy is failing, and the internet is turned against her. However, this doesn't have to be the end of her career. If she takes accountability, embraces honesty, and engages in damage control, she might salvage her reputation. But if she keeps ignoring the facts and pushing a weak narrative, long-term backlash is inevitable. Public trust is fragile, and once lost, it's hard to regain. Hollywood loves a comeback story, but whether she gets one depends on her next move. A heartfelt apology, a strategic career shift, or an unexpected project could change the conversation. The right steps could turn her from a scandal-ridden star to a redemption success story. Other celebrities have survived worse, proving that a fall from grace isn't always permanent. However, the clock is ticking. In the world of celebrity scandals, waiting too long can be career suicide. If she wants to bounce back, she needs to act fast. The entertainment industry has a short memory, but only when redemption is done right. The right PR strategy, paired with genuine effort, could reshape her image. But without meaningful change, she risks fading into controversy and irrelevance. Her next move will define her legacy. Will she rise from the ashes or let the backlash define her career? The world is watching. And that, my friends, is the PR nightmare of Blake Lively. Buckle up, this drama isn't over yet. And that's a wrap on this Hollywood roller coaster. If you enjoyed this deep dive into celebrity chaos, smash that like button like it's Blake's PR team hitting the panic button. Subscribe for more jaw-dropping updates, because trust me, the drama never sleeps, just like Twitter detectives. Drop a comment below. Do you think Blake can recover? Or is this a one-way ticket to Cancelville? And don't forget to turn on notifications, because you never know when Hollywood's next scandal will drop.